Working on Luka. Allen all the way. Kick. Corner. O'Neal. Got it.
An open three on the way. He got it. Royce O'Neal from downtown with 9/10 of a second left on the clock. And the Suns take a 3-point lead.
All right, here we go. Trying to tie it. Marcus Smart. Cross court. Oh, Reeves has a great look. Oh, can't knock it down.
Reeves open for three, and he missed it. Suns win. 113 to 110, the final score tonight. What a victory this was tonight.
The Lakers are going to keep leading the show, yet they're going to keep losing. I don't know what's going on. Hi, everyone. Welcome to First Take. It is Friday. We made it. I'm Shea Cornett. With us today, Stephen A. Smith, Kendrick Perkins, and Brian Windhorst. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing?
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Shay, hold on for a second.
Yes.
I know. I don't see my little big bro over there without a towel. And look, this is bigger than just the standard for First Take. We're talking about a guy where it's been rumors circulating that he could possibly be a candidate in the next election for the president of the United States.
He started the rumors.
I mean, what are we doing right now? We're trying to convince the people that you're a legit candidate. Where's your tie?
Well, first of all, I spilled some tea on my tie right before the show, so I had to take it off, and that's the reason why. Number one,
you
number
need to
two,
spell.
understand the importance of. I understand the elements of the importance of style. I am diverse. You understand what I'm saying? There are a multitude of styles that I can rock. That's number two. And number three, Wendy, that is completely and utterly not true. I did not start those rumors, not at all. Do your homework on that, Mr. Insider. I did not start those rumors, and not at all. But at the end of the day, the people are speaking, and that's what you see. Now let's move on.
All right, we move along. I did notice the casual Friday before he came on air, too. He told me it was an accidental casual Friday. But nonetheless.
He's spilling tea, Shay. He's spilling tea.
That's right. You know, he's not in L.A., but maybe he's doing that casual. He is spilling tea. He's going to spill tea for the next 2 hours. Let's go to the Lakers. Another good look, though, cost the Lakers the game last night. Austin Reeves missed that open three at the buzzer, giving the Suns the 113-110 W. The Reeves attempt came on the heels of Royce O'Neal knocking down a three with under 1 second on the clock. The Lakers did try to battle back from down double digits in the fourth, but behind Grayson Allen's 29 points, the Suns, who were not at full strength last night, found a way to win. Here's J.J. Redick after the loss.
I would say this. We talk about this as a staff. Like, our losses are louder than other teams because we're the Lakers and because of the way we lose. You know, you get this deep in the season, and we've been great for the most part in the clutch all year. Our losses are louder. I would say, so we had some adversity tonight. Did we not respond?
Well, still took an L. I don't disagree with J.J. Redick because definitely louder. That is true. That is why it's leading our show today. But how loud was this Lakers loss last night, Perk?
It was very loud. And look, JJ got more excuses than a brother going to jail. I don't want to hear that. Now it's time for you to coach. Get the attention of your locker room. When you have one of the worst defensive teams in the league, that is a reflection on the coach. But let me say this. For the overall picture, number one, when it comes to LeBron and the Lakers relationship, that relationship is 1 foot on the grave and the other on the banana peel. They're just waiting for the season to be over so they can actually end it. Number two, when you look at the Lakers, I'm looking at the bigger picture since they always talking about the future. Are we sure that Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic can be your two max guys and you could build around those two guys to go win a championship? I don't.
No.
You know why? Because, yes, we know that they could go and attack and put up big offensive numbers. But do you realize that both of those guys get picked on? The word around the NBA, if you want to beat the Lakers, search out the matchup either with Luka, because he's getting scored on 49% of the time when he's defender, or go find Austin Reeves because he gets scored on 48% of the time. The Lakers have a bigger problem than just this season when you talk about the direction of where your franchise is going. Because if you think that Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic could be your two max guys and you could build around them to bring a championship back to L.A., you done lost your damn mind.
Wendy?
Yeah, you know, so Perk brings up something here. I was watching this last play of this game, not the Reeves shot, the basket the Suns scored, and it was a simple situation. They isolated Luka and attacked him. LeBron knew that Luka was going to get beat, so he comes running over from the corner and tackles Luka like a linebacker, and they get caught in rotation. And I was like, yeah, I'm wondering if Luka should have even been out there for that play, Perk. And then, oh boy, they got Austin Reeves out there, and he's lost in rotation too. I'm like, I don't think Luka and Austin should have been out there. They're so weak defensively. So I'm like, well, what could JJ have done? I start looking at his options. They're not there. He could have put Jared Vanderbilt out there. He played 6 minutes last night. Rui Hachimura was out. This roster is it's just not right. The only way that the calculus on this roster works is if Reeves, LeBron, and Luka are killers on offense. And they just haven't been. And I'm not saying if they didn't play 100 games together, they couldn't improve it. But they just haven't been good when they're together. It's just, they're duplicate. It's not because they hate each other. It's not because there's something wrong with them. It just doesn't work. The way that they play doesn't work. And look, you look at a team last night, the Suns. Stephen A., the last 10 games in the NBA, the Suns were the 30th ranked offensive team. Dead last. Because they're missing some of their best offensive players. No Booker last night, for example, okay? They didn't even break 100 points in regulation their last 6 games. They put up 113 in this game. It's just because the Lakers are not a good defensive team. And if they're not a good defensive team and their 3 best players are not killing it on offense, they're going to be in close games. And you can't win all of them. So that's just what this is. JJ is right. The losses are loud. This is a team that should make the playoffs, and they'll probably be an early exit. Maybe they'll have something go their way, but that's what this is. Organizationally, they made this clear. This was being built for 26-27, and they were just going to try to make the best of this season, and that's the results you're seeing.
Well, there's a few things actually that we have to point out. Number one, when you talk about there's nothing that they could have done because you looked at his options and it's not there. Because Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic are such liabilities. Well, you did say that Vanderbilt was on the bench. That's one body that you could have put out there because we know that's what he's supposed to be there for, to provide you some defense, and you needed defense in that particular situation, and you didn't get it. That's number one. Number two, when Perk talks about, LeBron's got one foot out the door and another foot on a banana peel. Well, why is that? Because the reality is that LeBron James in his 23rd season at age 41 is still better than most of the league. Why isn't he being utilized a bit more effectively? Why is he having a pedestrian performance like he did last night? We got to at least ask ourselves that question. Number three, to answer the question directly as it pertains to what Perk brought up earlier, can the Lakers win or, 2 max players or whatever? He doesn't think so. Hell to the no. Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic is your 2 max players. That ain't going to work. You can't have 2 individuals in your starting lineup that are such flagrant defensive liabilities. There is no way around that. You've got to have something around them. Offensively, they can click, and we get that part. But defensively, there's such a liability that you can't load up all your money on those guys at the expense of trying to build a team. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. So we get that out the way now. And then to crystallize and illuminate the issue even more so, let's look at the Lakers here. What the hell is Grayson Allen doing looking like the second coming of Steph Curry or somebody? The guy got 28 points, okay? Why is your bench getting outscored by 31 points to the Phoenix Suns? 31-25. I mean, damn, Los Angeles Lakers, you can't figure something out that rather than to get blitzed by that. And if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, who are now just 1 game ahead of the Phoenix Suns for the 6th seed in the Western Conference playoff picture, right, to avoid the play-in, you got to look at them and say to yourself, excuse me, you're losing to the Phoenix Suns without Devin Booker and Dillon Brooks? Both of them are out, and you still lose to the Phoenix Suns? Listen, that's a problem. We know it's primarily about their defense. We know to some degree it's about LeBron, AR, and Luka not necessarily clicking offensively. When 2 of them are in the lineup together, it's much better than when the 3 of them are in the lineup together. That's something that JJ Redick has to figure out. But I'm also going to take a moment to give major props to Matt Ishbia, the owner for the Phoenix Suns. Last year, I called him out. Y'all remember that. And we've spoken on several occasions since that time. Everything is cool. Everything is all good. I didn't expect the Phoenix Suns to be this much better